Hi, my name's Maya. Making sure my phone's recording, don't mind me. And welcome to my channel. This video I'll be talking about the time where I figured out that I've worked a lot of jobs. Let's just get into the job topic. I had talked to my brother today. Shout out to my brother Kashan. And we were talking about like the whole thing with within the black community where parents want you to work. He was making some good points. I don't really remember specifically what he said, but it was some good points he made, saying, I added to it. I said that they want us to work because that's what they had to do when they were older. When they were around our age. For example, my mom said she started working when she was 14, 13 with her older sister. Her and her older sister were like washing clothes and doing like babysitting and doing other stuff. But they had to do that because they needed clothes. My mom made me start working when I was 15 in school. She said she wanted to teach me responsibility, often said that she had to work at a young age. Did I want to work? No. Was I forced to work? Yes. Do I know how to be independent, and am I thankful for that in a way? Yes. But why is a child working when they should be only focusing on school? Like, imagine you getting up early for school, getting dropped off to school. Then school's over. Then you got to do another 8 hours at work after the first 8 hours of learning. Just to take orders at McDonald's. Just to get yelled at and can I get a number 5 with extra ketchup? Just to hear that in the mic. Ding. Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you today? Ooh, I said the wrong thing. Here comes my manager. No, that's not what we say. Ding. Welcome to McDonald's. What was it? Welcome to McDonald's. Will you be using the mobile app today? It's indented in my brain. Actually, when I started, they put me on headset. So that's what I'm trying to mimic, is when I was on headset. And I got thrown under the bus. And a coworker made me take an order by myself. And I was just like, I don't know what to say. And they were just like, just say, welcome to McDonald's. And after that, I've been stuck back there all the time. Now, the working experience, it was cool. It made me even more social than I already was at school. For me, school was my escape. I was raised as an only child. I have siblings, but I wasn't raised with them. My older brother was like 15 years older than me. He was way older than me, so we didn't really have no bond, especially when he moved to live with his mother, his real mother. So it was just a lot going on with that, but working, it became an addiction, for me. Well, not really, because it was more my mom pushing it on me. She was like, okay, you're gonna save money. Saving was just always something that she would always say, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money. You saving any money? You saving any money? And at that time I was like, why do I have to save money? I'm like 15 years old. And this was like post-COVID too. So I wasn't worried about saving money. I was just worried about blowing it. I used to spend money on everything. Books, little clout glasses, bunch of perfumes that I didn't need. I was spending it up. But I was a teenager. I wasn't think about saving money. Looking back, I definitely wish I would have saved something. I definitely wish I wouldn't have spent all my money, but it was my first job. Then after that, I stayed at the job for a cool 2 years. I didn't have to, because knowing, like, for the fact of, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it make sense. Due to the fact that the manager was a grump, she was really rude. She would belittle people. And then all the managers, they was weird, Managers got fired for stealing at the register, miscount money. I remember somebody said I took $50 out somebody's drawer, because one thing about when you work fast food, you have different drawers and someone's name is on it. And the girl, I was taking over for her while she went on break. When she came back, apparently when they counted her drawer before she left, the drawer was short $50. And I know I didn't take no $50, because it's a camera right on me. First of all, there's multiple cameras in that building. And why would I have to take $50 if I'm at work working for my money? It was between me and another girl. But the $50 ended up being found because they miscounted. It was a lot of stuff. And then, you know, of course, if not that, then the work drama. But I'm dragging it out, and I don't mean to, y'all. Okay, I'm making sure my phone's still recording. So I worked at McDonald's, and then I worked at, I don't know. I don't remember all the jobs I worked at. I worked at a lot of jobs. And I probably shouldn't even be saying this on this platform because, you know, when people look at these videos, they're going to be like, dang, she worked at a lot of jobs. We don't want to hire her. We don't want to, you know, add her to our job or nothing like that. And I would say that it's not good to have, like, my business on here, but I'm just giving y'all a rundown of how many jobs I really had and how many people just sat and did me dirty. It was a lot of nice people, but there was a lot of rude people. So I quit there, then I worked at a warehouse job, making good money. I was able to buy my tablet, which I'm using right now. Well, I'm not using it, but it's an iPad. I was able to buy that with one of my checks. Spent a full check on this bad boy. Don't mind that. That was my chipset failed. It's an iPad, what, 10th generation pink. I want to upgrade, hopefully soon. I worked at that job for a few months before I got laid off. Of course, they fire you because you're seasonal. Still, my parents like, save money, save money, save money. They was mad when I bought this tablet. But I wanted something because I never had I had a tablet growing up, I'm not gonna lie, but it wasn't no iPad. It was like a purple tablet, but I broke it. Yeah, I broke and lost a lot of my stuff growing up. I was I wasn't bad. I was misunderstood and misled. I'm not gonna say I was bad because I wasn't. Because I would say I was bad, but was I really? If you're under the influence of your parents and you're copying everything your parents did when they would curse, steal, lie, and you're doing what they do, or being mean and rude, and you're copying off what your parents do, you can't be bad. You're just under influence, negative influence. So don't say you're bad. Your parents raised you. Remember, you ain't raised them. You had to follow behind somebody. You had to learn, be taught by somebody, and it wasn't your teachers. Hello. Anywho, yeah. So Fanatics, Wendy's. I got fired from Wendy's because I had a nasty attitude. I felt like that job was unfair too. Working with a bunch of kids, and your manager promising you a break after you took $100 order and had to serve all those orders, back up all those orders by yourself, even when the shift was shorthanded. And most of your younger coworkers were high off of either that pinch or weed. Yeah, it would be frustrating. That night, I was mad. I was pissed. I was cursing. I was sending my girls. This is when I was in school still. I was sending my girls messages like, this just fired me. I don't know what she on. She talking about it was my pleasure. What the? I was mad, and I went home and I told my parents. I didn't even want to tell my parents. I was just gonna have them drop me off, or I was gonna drive up there and go somewhere else. But I didn't have nowhere to go. What was I finna take my car? This one I had a car at the time too. Had my purple whip rolling, but yeah, I don't have that anymore. So yeah, but best believe, yeah. I got another job after that. I don't know what that was. I had so many jobs, and then I worked at warehouse jobs, doing all this labor. It was bad. And then I worked with really weird men because warehouse jobs are mostly male dominant. Is that the right terminology? I don't know what I'm saying. It was mostly males, so they thought it was big and bad. But I never forget, me and a girl I met, and we was close. We was friends by that time. We went to training together and all that. We was walking, and this one older man, he was looking at us. And I turned around, he was staring at us. And I'm like, this man is looking at our bodies. Like, he is weird. He was checking us out. Like, the man would stop and ask me, hey, can you pick this up for me? And I remember, I never forget, I walked by one, and this man was like, dang. Because I have a nice shape. I get it from my mother. So people are going to stare. People are going to look. And unfortunately, I don't like that attention. But that's what comes with being thick. I don't really like it. If anyone wants to... Let me shut up. Anywho, yeah. And then I got other jobs I worked at. Then I worked at FedEx, and I'll never forget when I worked at FedEx. I was in the truck unloading with somebody, and they was like, "Oh," they was asking me how old I was and everything, because they act like it was just foreign for a female to work at a. But it was weird because it's all these men and you're lifting and stuff. But what happened was the man asked me, he was like, "You don't want to go to college now?" He was like, "You too young. You don't want to go to college now?" I was like, "No, not really," because I didn't know what I wanted to do. That's another thing. The parents be rushing the kids whole time. The kids be on, God be having different plans for us. Like, just because you want it done when you want it done, you want kids to go immediately off to college like they know what they doing. Some kids may want to go off immediately. Some kids may have gotten forced out, ran out by their parents. Some just want space from their parents. It's different scenarios. It's whole different things. It's different. Like, it's different for different people's lives. For me, I was a late bloomer with this. The only thing I wanted to do was work. I didn't see myself, and I didn't even like working. Who wants to work? I want a career now. That's what I'm chasing after. I don't want to work. That's what people be asking me. They be like, "When you go get a job? Get a job so I can waste my time?" I'm perfecting my skill at drone. I understand, rent, bills, money is money. But think about it. You're the real money. They use your energy and they just turn it into this paper. The paper that's not even valuable. If you invest in yourself, instead of investing so much into that job and creating a business or just being on social media, you can become whatever you want. It's not far-fetched. A lot of people just believe that it's not, it's impossible. That's why they still sitting in the same spot. I had a good conversation with my brother today about that. He was like, "I don't want no job. I want a career." My brother's 27 years old. Well, one of my brothers, because I have a lot of brothers. But he was saying how he got all these like certificates and all this, and I was like, that's so good to have that, because that shows what he been doing with his time. He's like, "Well, I got a little bit of time left because I'm almost 30, but I don't want to be 30 still working at no job." And it inspired me because I'm 21 now, but time goes by so fast. We almost in 2026 now. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit on my butt while time passing me by, while people doing stuff. I done seen people from middle school. They got hair pages. They doing this. They doing that. Like, and that inspires me as a person, want to inspire other people. And I ain't even made it to my destination yet. Let alone, I'm young as heck. But that don't mean that I ain't gonna do what I said I was gonna do. I have so many options. I have so many things I'm interested in. I was told to put all my eggs in one basket. Here I am here. So on these next few videos, I will be testing out my algorithm, testing out most of my niche, which will be talking. Talking is inevitable here. It's unavoidable. That's the better word. I be using big words, don't even know what they mean. Hello. Anywho, talking is gonna be unavoidable. So if you don't want to hear somebody yap, wrong page. I do appreciate the ones that are here. I do appreciate the ones that have been here since I had like 3-4 subscribers. And hopefully my old Amazon buddies still on here. And the ones that saw me when I first started this account. The ones that were my first 2-3 subscribers. I appreciate y'all if y'all still here. I appreciate y'all because y'all was the ones that subscribed to me first. Y'all didn't have to when I didn't even have a computer, when I was still living with my parents. And I used to tell y'all about stuff that was going on. I never even think I would have made it out of Amazon. I quit Amazon. I got something bigger than quit that. I was making a band, bro. I was making a band at that job. Ain't nobody would have quit that. But I did. And then I moved on God's orders. I quit that job. Nobody understood why, but it wasn't for them to understand. I moved because I was obedient to God. Now I'm here. I'm not working. But that ain't all bad. When people be like, "Why you don't got no job? You're a young woman. You're supposed to be having a job." It's not that I don't want to work. It's that maybe I need to just chill and really sit here and figure out and plan out what I want to do. It's not always a hold up just because I don't have a job. I think it's something bigger that I'm not seeing that God's working on with me. He hasn't gave me all the answers. I can only assume. And of course, everything is in his timing. I've have ideas. I can only discuss them with him and see what he says and what his final say is. Because it ain't up to me. I didn't write my plan, but I do have questions and I do have requests when it comes to what I want to do. Like if I want to, I don't know, be a musician, or I don't know. This is just me being real right now on this camera. I ain't faking nothing. This all 100% just somebody talking right now. I definitely believe in myself. But doubt comes with spiritual warfare. Doubt comes when the enemy knows you finna do something good. And that's when all the people want to be like, hey, girl. So that's when all them people want to be fake nice to you and all that. But y'all, I'm about to show y'all my drawing. First of all, I'm going to show you my little, I think I showed it on here before. This is some of my art. Nothing crazy. This is my my new pieces I just added to the wall. Don't mind it. We don't got no bed right now yet. But I'm finna show y'all. It's so quiet in here. I'm finna show y'all my Rick that I just made. Okay, we're at the table. Boom, sketchbook here. This is what I made of me and my siblings. A few people were actually hating on it. I'm not done. I have to finish filling in myself. My brother looks like he's an old man now. That's fire. I don't know. I like it, but that's my latest drawing that I'm almost done with. This strawberry shortcake represents my sister. That was what she was into when we were younger. WWE represents my brother. He liked wrestling at the time. He loved John Cena. The flower represents me. I have little flowers. I'm sorry, y'all. I have little flowers in my hair, and I was wearing a flower shirt. And that says Maya, and the little colors represent, just our kid-like, aroma or aura. Aroma is aroma? Girl. Aurora, whatever. Aurora. That is that is new. I'm goofy, bro. I don't even be trying, but the little colors in the back. But I love this strawberry shortcake. Like, I snap, like, look at her, look at her, look at her, look at her, bro. But I started this yesterday, but I just felt like drawing something like that. But I'm working, and I'm not giving up. I don't want to show myself right now. I'm not giving up on that because that is a good talent, and I don't want to miss out on that because I want it or completely backed off from it. This is wet stuff. But I'm in my bathroom now, and I'm just looking at myself in the mirror like, girl, you got it. But I can't stay up too late, y'all. I got church in the morning. Y'all know how that be. Y'all know how that be. But yeah, I appreciated our talk, y'all. We've been talking for almost 20 minutes just about life. But yeah, and I don't want to feel like I'm moving too slow or not where everybody else is just because I don't have a car, just because I don't have my own apartment, just because I don't have my own money, just because I don't have a kid or have children, just because I'm not in college, just because I'm not in trade school or in the military, just because it looks like I'm sitting here not doing anything. I'm in the house all day not doing anything. You don't know what I'm doing. And even when I tell you what I'm doing, it's still not enough because you worked the whole day and I didn't. I mean, it's crazy to me. And it seems crazy until you're in the predicament I'm in. Until God sets you down and be like, you doing too much, chill out. He moved you from your hometown all the way 18 hours away. Because I'm from Florida. I'm in Oklahoma right now. I can at least tell y'all that because I already mentioned, probably done told y'all the state. I don't know. But yeah, I'm 18 hours away from them. And I be wanting to go back. I be feeling homesick because certain events happen. And I'm like, dang, I'm missing out. What if I was there? But what if you was there? You would have been still getting yelled at. Still would have been getting blamed. Still would have been the cause of your mom's stress. she would have been still in your face, talking about you, telling her friends and certain family all your business, saying, oh yeah, she's just working right now. Nothing ever positive. You get a new job, you tell her, she's just like, oh, okay. She's not happy, she doesn't have no emotion. but let something that she won't happen. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. And then you get your first hug ever in like ages. I can go into it. I can talk about that, but I don't think you want to hear that. My success is gonna be big. I can feel it. This is the second time I went viral on this app for shorts. I ain't even trying to toot my own horn either. I ain't trying to do that, but I already know what it's gonna be. Me and God got us a plan. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk to y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like I said, I gotta do some stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for listening to my rant, my nightly rant. I appreciate y'all so much. If y'all want to talk and y'all want to listen to me talk while y'all doing y'all thing, let me know and subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? You missing out on everything. You missing out on the talking, the drawing, the wacky tacky personality. You're missing out on all this. Who else do it like this? Ugh. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm editing that part out. Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next video. Am I still recording? Alright, see you later. I need my thumbnail. I'm late. I don't care. Hold on. Let's fix it. Ooh. I might make that the thumbnail. Hold on. Okay, goodbye.